Oh, hi, Natalie? Denise?
Hi.
Hi, sorry to be late.
Okay, no problem. I thought we weren't having class.
No, I was logged in. I was actually just messaging Carly and Natalie that I had the class open, but I didn't see any students. So maybe I
You
was,
couldn't get in.
hi Gary, sorry to be late. Yeah, I was logged in since before 8:30, so I'm so sorry. I think it's
That's okay.
the connection or like different.
You're here now. That's all that counts.
Okay, I'm
I
so
think there must have just been a confusion with the links and whatever, but that's fine. I'm glad it's okay now.
okay, all
I'm
right.
gonna hop off now since you're good.
Okay, thanks, Natalie.
You're welcome.
Sorry, Gary. Hi, how are you You both doing well? All right, good. I'm so sorry. We'll keep it, I'll make it a little bit longer just for,
It's okay.
but it is what it is, right? Like as much as we can. Just got to stay flexible. Well, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Um, really glad to see everyone again. Apologies, just some technical difficulties this morning. I was logged into one and you all were logged into this one.
Somebody just sent a message that they're trying to get in.
Oh, okay. I see. I'm letting people in as I see them pop in.
Oh, okay.
That.
So it's just not me.
Good
Everybody.
morning, Sandra. No, it was technical challenges. I was in one room and then you all were in this room, so apologies on my part.
Oh, okay. Well,
Hi, TT.
hey.
Good morning.
I, I thought it was me. I said, oh, something going on.
Yeah, no, it was, yeah, we're all together now. That's all that matters.
That's okay.
Good morning. I'm just going to put everyone on mute. And then just like we do, let's get us started in a nice, comfortable seated position. You know, if nothing else with the technical glitches this morning, it just goes to show, I feel like when I opened last week's class and I said, okay, it's May, we have a new month in front of us, you know, let's see what this month brings. It continues to bring, you know, new surprises. So in that spirit, we're going to use this opportunity to check in with our community here, check in with ourselves. Start in a nice seated position, tall spine. Start to relax your shoulders, draw them away from your ears. Maybe bring your eyes to a nice gentle close. And then start to bring the breath in. We're just tuning in, breathing out through the nostrils, maybe out of the mouth. And then just take a gentle scan of how everything's feeling for you this morning, right? From head, moving down to shoulders, maybe your core, through the legs, and then all the way down to the feet. Just take a moment and see how you're doing this morning. And then as you're comfortable as you are, whenever you're ready, just take a nice deep breath in, nice deep breath in through the nose. So filling your chest, filling the ribs, filling the belly. And then whenever you're ready, let's let that out as well. Empty the belly, empty the ribs, empty the chest. And we'll do it a couple more times just to give your body a sense of breath flowing in and then breath coming out. And again, just be mindful of how you're carrying even just, you know, just your posture as you're in this position. And then whenever you're ready, let's bring our chin down to our chest, starting to feel the gentle stretch of the neck behind us. And then as you're ready as well, just rolling the head side to side. Just gently stretching the neck muscles as we wake ourselves up this morning, moving through. And then noticing if there's any tension as you're feeling the stretching. If there it is, maybe breathe in a little bit more, hold it there. Let it expand, And then on the next breath, release that. And then as you're ready, let's do full circles if that feels okay for your neck. So bring the neck to the side, to the back, other side, front. Again, really gentle here, right? So as I'm doing this for myself, I feel maybe my shoulders moving just a little bit more, bring a little bit more awareness. So maybe for you, that's in the shoulders or maybe the chest, or maybe it just feels all right, which is great because this is your practice. Then in the next time the chin meets the chest, rotating the head in the other direction. So checking out with yourself or checking in with yourself and seeing how this side feels. Maybe a little bit easier, maybe a little bit tighter. Wherever you are, that's where we meet today for our class. All right, so one more rotation. Next time the chin meets the chest, keeping it there for just a moment. And then as we breathe in, we bring the chest, we bring the head up to neutral, and let's start to rotate our shoulders back. Right, opening the shoulders. First, opening the collarbone as we bring the shoulders back, opening the chest, warming up the upper arms. And then let's rotate them forward. So this time, opening the shoulders, creating a little bit more awareness, maybe a little bit more space. Maybe it's just a little bit more warmer now in the upper arms. So if this feels good, let's bring in our arms into our practice, right? So big circles here, just really gentle, but big circles as well. That feels all right. Stretching the fingers out as you're moving this. Maybe you want to squeeze the fingers along the way, just allowing a little bit more circulation, a little bit more awareness. And then next time it's to the bottom, we'll bring it back, right? So waving our arms backwards now. Maybe you can think of this as like back strokes if you want. Just circling the arms. Noticing your shoulders, bringing them lower away from your ears. Instead of hunching them up, we want to drop them down, pull them away, pull them down. And then we start to push our arms out, right? So let's bring back our topless practice this week because it's been a little bit crazy. I don't know about you, but May is definitely, it's boat of surprises as well. So we're gonna push out anything that didn't work for us for this week, anything that we just wanna leave at the door, push out the window, push out the walls, whatever it is, just push out our arms. Warming this up, really engaging. And here's an opportunity if you want to engage your core, right? So just sitting tall, bringing the abs just a little bit in. And again, this is just helping our stability, right? We're just sitting tall, sitting in good position. I feel my arms, so I'm gonna guess you're feeling them too. We're almost there. We're gonna do this for just a few more seconds together. We got this. All right, a few more seconds together. We totally got this together. And then just remember to breathe as well, right? So relax the jaw, relax the forehead. We'll just do one more round where we push it forward, push out to the sides, push out to the sides, and let's extend. Let's turn our wrists up. Let's bend our palms or squeeze our fingers together. And let's do some cherry picking. All right, so just turning the fingers up and down, up and down, up and down. And for those that want to know about my green thumb experience, I'm still looking for my green thumb. I think it's buried in the soil somewhere. I've had to part ways with a few plants that I tried growing earlier this period. But what I will say is that potatoes seem to be doing really well. I had some old potatoes, so I put them in a little bit of water, saw them sprout, and now I've had them in some soil. So I'm crossing my fingers that they do a little bit better than the strawberries that I didn't really get to experience this year. All right, now let's hug it in. Let's hug it in. Hug our arms. Really nice job. Squeeze our shoulders. Squeeze our arms down, coming down, squeeze it out, squeeze it out. Let's open the arms once more. And whichever arm was on the bottom, let's bring it to the top. Same thing, give ourselves a nice warm hug here. Just squeeze it together, squeeze the arms, really nice warm up here. Just massage. Let's bring the arms down to our sides now. And again, I'm gonna try to mirror you. So let's inhale up our left arm. Reach for the ceiling, and then ever so gently, this time we're gonna lean all the way to the side. Right, so keeping our right hand on the ground to support us, just leaning over here, opening up the side, opening up the ribs, keeping it here for just a breath as you inhale. Maybe you can bring the top shoulder back just a little bit to open that up. And then exhale, maybe deepen that just a bit. And then whenever you're ready, we inhale the arm back up, bringing it back to the ground on the other side. And then when you're ready, let's inhale up the right arm, reach it up to the ceiling, and then lean over to your left side. So again, your left hand is on the ground, supporting you here. As you take an inhale, maybe you have a little space to bring the top shoulder back a little bit. Maybe you bring your gaze up to the ceiling. Holding that, deepening that stretch just a little bit. And then whenever you're ready, we inhale the arm back up. And then we bring it down to the side. Just shake out those arms. We've been working them, we've been warming them up already. Really nice work, everyone. And then whenever you're ready, let's bring our hands up onto the floor, actually. And we'll come up on our knees to go on all fours. So I'm going to shift back so it's easier to see. But still here. So we're on all fours. And so let's just start our gentle cow, cat, gentle opening here, right? As you curl it in, curl the spine, engage your core. And then as you inhale, looking up, coming up for cow. Inhale. Just do this a few times on your own as it feels okay. Just to warm up the spine and warm up the midsection. And if this feels all right, coming back to neutral, let's start to warm up our arms and our core together and just a little bit of our hips, right? So starting to move in circles here, starting small, and then gradually making the circles bigger if that feels okay for you. And then as you're moving as well, noticing your hands, right? We want to put our fingers and our knuckles on the ground so that we don't have pressure on our wrists, right? We're not trying to injure our wrists here. We're using our hands and our knuckles to really support us as we press into the floor. And so bring the circles back into the small circles to help bring us back to neutral. And then when you're there, rotating in the other direction. So circling in this direction, starting small, and then gradually bringing those circles bigger if that feels okay for you. Noticing your breath, noticing where it's a little tight. Maybe the body feels good right now because it's starting to warm up. There's a bit more awareness. And then whenever you're ready, we bring those big circles back to small circles. So we come back to neutral spine. Coming here, let's sit back in child's pose first. So really gentle child's pose here, just keeping your hands where they are. And inviting you to bring your forehead down to the mat if that feels okay. Relaxing your neck. And then even as you're here, turning up your palms, right? So the back of your hands are resting on top of your mat. And then just having this as a gentle offering, right? Our practice here, gentle offering, maybe even an opportunity to receive what the universe has for us today. And then as you're here to notice how your seat feels, right? So as you're back on your heels, how's everything feeling here? Let's turn our palms back down to the ground. Let's inhale up, coming back to all fours. And this time let's extend our right foot back behind us. So we're going to extend that right foot so that our feet are tucked in. And let's slowly just rock forward and back to start warming that up, right? So warming up the calves, warming up the legs here. Really starting to incorporate from head to toe our entire body into the practice. And again here, as you're doing this too, just notice your hands, right? So you want to make sure too that you continue to use your fingers and your knuckles to help you push off the ground. Let's come back to neutral. Let's inhale up that right leg behind us. And let's keep it here. Engaging our core, we'll hold this up for just a moment. Really sending that heel back to the wall behind you. So here's an opportunity to engage. You'll feel your top inner thigh rotate inwards a little bit. So that's the gentle, really micro movement that you want to be feeling with this stretch. But it's really an opportunity to help you engage your leg as you extend it back behind you. So whenever you're ready, we'll bring that foot down. We'll bring that knee back down. And then we'll extend the left leg behind us. The same thing, planting the toes on the ground first. Let's move forward and back. to start waking up the left leg. All right, so stretching out the calves, noticing how the legs are feeling. Again, gentle inward rotation is fine for this movement. It's really helping you get a feel for your calves, maybe for the upper thigh, inner thigh. Maybe the hamstrings are feeling it just a little bit. And then whenever you're ready here, we come back to neutral spine. And the next inhale, let's bring out that leg behind us. So we bring the left leg parallel to the ground. And we're engaging this left leg as we do this, right? So your left heel is now reaching for the wall behind you. Keep your core engaged to help with the stability and the balance here. And then notice the inner thigh is rotating, or the inner left thigh is rotating inwards just a little bit. So this is helping you to engage, lengthen that leg, keeping that heel stretched behind you. We'll hold it here for just 3, 2, 1. Really nice job. Let's bring that back. Have the left knee back down. Let's sit back, child's pose for just a moment. And notice how the legs are feeling. Are they feeling a little bit more warm? A little bit more engaged? All right, and then whenever you're ready, let's bring it on up. This time we'll press our hands down to the ground, tuck in our toes as we come up for downward dog. This is the first downward dog in our practice, so feel free to pedal your feet, maybe bend one knee, helping to lengthen and stretch the other leg, and then do it on the other side as well. And just do this a couple times with your own breath, and just feel it out, right? Feel out where it might be a little bit tight still. And if this is okay for you, right, again, noticing your hands, take a look at your hands, your shoulder width apart, your fingers and your knuckles are pressing away from the floor, your hips are reaching the ceiling, and at the same time, if you take a look at your feet, maybe they're hip width apart, or maybe they're a little bit closer in, whatever feels good for you. Your heels are energetically reaching for the floor. They don't have to reach the floor exactly, but it's that movement to help lengthen your legs as you continue to bring that hip up to the ceiling. If this is too much, there's always the option to come down to your knees, bring your hands up forward just a little bit for puppy pose. Right, so this is still helping you to extend your arms, really extend your core, opening the shoulders and the ribs, while sending the heel up behind you. So whatever variation feels good for you. Let's take a couple more breaths in that spot, pressing it out, breathing it here, and allowing your neck to relax. Relax the neck muscles, letting the head fall just a little bit. And then whenever you're ready, we'll shift forward to a plank pose. So for those that are in downward dog, we'll just shift so that we're parallel to the ground. For those that were doing puppy pose and then we're on your knees, you can stay on your knees if that feels all right. And then just come up to a half push-up position. Right, so wherever you are, noticing you keeping your core engaged, keeping your forehead parallel to the ground, your neck is long, core is engaged. And then we'll come down with our knees first, untuck the toes, bring the chest down, and then the chin. We find ourselves on our mat, lying on our mat on our bellies. Moving through, we're gonna do a few gentle cobras here first. So with your hands, let's put them next to your ribs, right? So you're gonna push up just a little bit whenever we inhale to come up. And then as you're ready, first cobra, take an inhale, and maybe bring up your forehead, maybe a couple inches off the mat. Nothing big. And then gently exhale, coming on down. Take another inhale, bring it up again for cobra. Notice your feet are still on the floor. The tops of your feet are on the floor. Your legs really aren't doing anything right now, so no need to clench the butt as well. Just keep those muscles relaxed. Exhale, coming on down. And once more, let's press the hands in and come up for our third cobra. So maybe this time you notice yourself coming up just a little bit more. Notice the hands are pressing off the ground. They're pressing away from the ground. Hands are still on the ground. Draw your shoulders back away from your ears. Let's open up the collarbone. Relax the forehead, relax the jaw. And then exhale, coming on down to release. Let's press the hands back into the floor. Tuck in our toes and press ourselves up again to downward dog here. And then let's just breathe it out. Take a couple breaths in this downward dog position. And just check it and see how everything feels. Gentle scan, anything tight still, anything warm, feeling good to move around. And on your next inhale, let's walk our hands back to meet our feet. And we're all the way here. Once you meet your feet, let's just hang here for a moment. Right, forward fold, relax the neck, relax the head, relax the arms, and just let the blood flow down. Right, if this feels good, maybe you want to try bringing your hands to opposite elbows. And just hang out here. Maybe you sway from side to side. Just notice how this feels. Maybe the back of the legs are feeling a little bit longer. Coming back to neutral, maybe keeping your hands, hanging on the ground. Take a look at your toes, right? While we're here, let's take a look at our toes. And try to lift up your toes off the mat. Right, really small movement here, but try to lift your toes off the mat so that you can see that the weight of your feet is supporting you through the base of your feet. Right, bringing the toes back to the mat. And we'll do it one more time. So let's raise the toes and maybe try to spread out your toes. See if you can actually do that. Mine aren't really moving that much, but we don't pay attention to these often. So let's see if you can actually move our toes, like spread them out just a little bit the way we can do it with our fingers. All right, let's bring the toes back on the ground, keeping our forward fold here. Let's bring our hands to our shins and then inhale for a halfway fold, right? So this way, our core, we're parallel, upper body is parallel to the ground. Top of your head is reaching the wall in front of you as we lengthen our spine, lengthen our ribs. Exhale, forward fold again, coming on down. And then inhale, same thing, hands to shins, if that feels good still. Drawing the shoulders, the collarbones away from the ears. Lengthening the neck, lengthening the spine and the ribs. And exhale, forward fold. And next time as we inhale, we gently roll ourselves up, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming on up. Shoulders last, then head actually, and then rolling up to Tadasana. So palms are out here, shoulders drawn away from the ears, collarbone is wide. And let's inhale the arms up. Reach for the ceilings, palms to touch. Exhale, coming on down. Open up once more to Tadasana. We'll do it one more time. Let's inhale the arms up. Palms to touch. Exhale, hands coming down. Gently graze the chest. Open the palms. Next time we'll inhale it up all the way. And keeping our arms up top, let's bring our left hand to reach for our right wrist. I'm just going to bend my knees to show you what that looks like. Let's have your left hand grab your right wrist. Inhale long, extend the right side, and let's exhale and stretch over to your left side. So full body stretch on this side. Notice your feet are planted on the ground. They're to support you. Maybe you can bring your top shoulder back just a little bit as you bring your gaze up towards the wall or towards the ceiling. And then whenever you're ready, if this feels all right, gradually coming back to neutral, release that right hand or the right wrist and opposite side. So grab the other wrist, inhale long, and then lean over to your right side. So full side stretch here on this side. Again, notice your feet. They're there to support you, so keep them planted. Bring in your core if that feels okay. And then as you inhale, maybe you have a little bit of space to look up. So bringing the top shoulder back just a little bit as you look up towards the ceiling for just a moment, opening the ribs, and whenever you're ready, coming back up, releasing that hand. So here, let's bring the palms together, coming back down, open it up once more. And last one, let's inhale it up, palms to touch. And then here, yogi's choice, you can either swan dive down, forward fold, or bring the palms coming together in front of you, whatever you prefer. Just keep it here once more for a forward fold. Placing our hands either on our shins or keeping them on the ground if that feels okay. Let's come up for a halfway fold. So extending the spine, sending the top of our head to the wall in front of us. And then exhale, forward fold. Once more, inhale halfway. Lengthening the spine, the ribs, planting our feet. Exhale, forward fold. And this time, let's start to walk our hands back out to the tops of our mats. Gently coming into downward dog. Or if you want puppy pose as well, or puppy dog, you can do that as well. So bring your knees down if that feels better. Just keep it here for a couple breaths. Right, noticing now are the arms a little bit warmer, are your sides softer, more aware, wherever it is for you today. So commit here, noticing your hands, planting your hands, right, the fingers and the knuckles on the ground to support you. Whenever you're ready, let's inhale up the right leg. The left leg is still, left foot is still on the ground. Inhale up the right leg. And this time let's bend that right knee and rotate the ankles. Rotate your right ankle. One direction, maybe the joints are a little bit stiff this morning, so they're popping a little bit. It's all warming up. And then let's rotate in the other direction as well. Right, want to make sure we're balanced. Really nice work, everyone. All right, and that's ready. Let's extend that leg back straight. And if this feels okay, let's open it up so that we open up our hips. For those of this is too much on your hands or maybe on your leg, you can always come down. So if you want to come down a little bit for a modified stretch, you can keep your knee down and then open up your right knee so that it opens up your right hip. So yogi's choice, right? Whatever option feels good for you. Keep it here, open it up just a little bit, breathe it in. And then on your next exhale, we come back, bring that leg back straight behind us. And let's bring that foot down to meet the other foot. Coming back down to downward dog. Let's inhale up the left leg. And again, just stretching it out. If this feels okay, let's bend that left knee and just rotate the left ankle. All right, same thing like we did on the other side. And then we're going to rotate on the other direction as well. If that feels good, let's open up the left hips. Or let's bring out the left knee so we can open up the left hip. Again, it's the left leg that's coming behind you just slightly. Just open up the hips. And again, if this is too much, you can always come down on your knee and then open up your hip that way. Right, so whatever feels good for you, whatever's okay, whatever's in your practice today. And once that hip feels all right, let's bring it back to neutral, extend that leg back again. Straighten that for just a moment before we bring it down to meet our right foot. Gentle downward dog for just a moment before we start to walk our feet up to meet our hands at the tops of our mat. Gentle sun salutation here. Inhale up for a halfway fold. Exhale, forward bend. Gently rolling on up to the tops of our mat, sending our arms up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, coming down to our chest. Open up to Tadasana. Do it once more. Inhale, arms up. And again, yogi's choice, swan dive. Or bring the arms gently down towards your middle. Forward fold. Inhale up to halfway bend. Exhale here, and this time we plant our hands onto our mat, and we can step our feet back to the mat and move through our vinyasa. So yogi's choice, we can either do cobra like we did, so knees coming down to the floor, then chest, then chin, and then you press your hands up or press your hands into the floor. So you come up for a cobra here. So inhale up here, exhale, coming on down, tucking the toes. Let's tuck ourselves up off the mat again, coming back down for downward dog. And then we'll move through our second Sun A practice. So whenever you're ready, let's inhale, let's bend the knees, look forward at the mat in front of us, and then just step our way to the tops of our mat. All right, so here we're forward fold. Let's inhale up to halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up, coming all the way up, rolling on up, arms coming up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, coming down, thumbs meet the chest, and then opening to Tadasana. And we'll inhale it up once more. Palms to touch. And exhale here, forward fold, yogi's choice, however you want to get there. Meet you there. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Pressing your hands back on the ground, bend those knees, and step your feet back. So moving through to our vinyasa. So if you want to do the cobra, welcome to the cobra. Right, so knees down, chest, then chin. Inhale up, pulling your shoulders back, opening your collarbone. Maybe some of you want to try doing the upward dog instead. So here, your tops of the feet are on the mat, and inhale up, bring the thighs off the mat. Whatever feels good for you. So wherever you are, we'll come back, meet you through in downward dog. So coming through here, tuck the feet back, and then just pushing back to downward dog. Maybe adjust the feet if you need to. And we'll move through one more time, just like we did. All right, so whenever you're ready, let's bend the knees. Let's look up at our hands. And on an inhale, let's step our feet through to meet our hands at the top of the mat. First forward fold. Inhale up, halfway. Remember, long spine, open ribs, soft neck. Exhale, release on down. And ever so gently inhale, rolling up. Bring the shoulders back. Tadasana here. Inhale the arms up. Palms to touch. Exhale, bring the hands down. Thumbs graze the chest. Inhale, open up to Tadasana. And then once more, arms coming up. Palms to touch. And then exhale, however you'd like. Coming on down to your forward fold here. Inhale up for halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Pressing our hands down to the mat, bend those knees. Let's step back into our vinyasa, however you want to move through here. So if you're doing the upward dog variation, coming into plank, lowering yourself, and then rolling on up to open that collarbone. Finally breathing through, coming back down to downward dog here. And again, if this is too much, always the option to come down to your knees and take a couple breaths. Next, let's have everyone actually just come down to your knees and sit back to a really nice child's pose. So taking it here, taking a couple breaths, just checking yourself, scanning the body, seeing how everything's feeling. Always a reminder, these are all options for your practice. So if anything's too sharp, absolutely back away from it. We can always try to get another day, right? Okay, so coming up from our child's pose, let's inhale up to all fours. And this time, we're gonna prepare ourselves to sit on our feet. We've been working on this for a few classes. So if you wanna grab an extra cushion or blanket or pillow or whatever for additional support, you're welcome to do that at this moment. I'm just going to show, for those that aren't as familiar, I'm going to show you what this looks like. And this way too, you have a chance to a moment to grab whatever you want as extra support. So we'll move through 3 times. So the first one, we have hands walking back to meet our feet. Your toes can either be flat on the ground or like top of the feet on the floor. And then we'll just sit here for just a moment. Then we'll come back out, we'll shake it out. And then we'll do this the second time. So second time, inviting you to tuck in your toes if you want to do that. Try this option. Same deal. We walk our hands back, bring it to our knees, and then coming on here. Same, just the way we came in, we'll come out of it the same way. So hands coming forward, untuck those feet. We'll tap it on the ground and loosen them up a little bit. And then our last one, whichever variation you want to do, same thing, bring our hands back. But this one with the final one, inviting you to close your eyes if that feels okay. So just wanted to give you a preview for those that are less familiar. All right, so whenever you're ready, we'll do it the first time, right? So however you want to position your feet, maybe you want to bring the knees touch to touch close together, whatever feels good for you, or keep them just a little bit open. And then as you're ready, right, we start to walk our hands back. You start to bring our hips down to meet our feet. Maybe bring the hands to the top of the knees. And then just sitting tall or sitting here wherever you are. An invitation here, just notice your chest and notice your jaw, right? Is it kind of clenched? Is it really tight? It just feels a little bit stiff here. So just gently breathe it in, right? Maybe with another breath in, you can make some space. Or maybe just hold it where it is, but then allow yourself to relax the jaw, relax the chest, and just be here for just one moment. And then whenever you're ready, let's bring the hands back to the mat. We walk them forward with our toes. We tap, 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 showing them love, the top of our mat, so shake it out with our toes. And then whenever you're ready, we'll set up for the second round, right? So maybe this time you want to tuck in your toes and give that a try, if that feels okay. And then whenever you're ready, we just walk our hands back, starting to meet our knees, maybe coming up. And again, noticing here, just bringing the chest back down, shoulders back. And even if this feels a little bit foreign, using your breath as an opportunity to bring a little bit more awareness to where it feels a little bit foreign, right? Is it more that you're holding it in your chest and that you're a little bit tense and you're a little, nervous to kind of let your hips kind of sink down? Or is it that, this is just so different that everything just feels new? So whenever you're ready, we walk our hands back down to the mat, walking them forward just a little bit so we can untuck those feet or untuck those toes. And again, we tap, tap, tap the tops of our feet onto the mat. All right, and then last one, whenever you're ready, whichever variation you'd like to do, maybe tucking the toes. Let's walk the hands back and meeting the knees, and then ever so gently coming up to your version, wherever you are, of a nice seated position on our feet, right? So wherever you are today is where you are today. And wherever that is, inviting you to close your eyes or maybe soften your gaze. And we'll keep it here for a few really short moments, right? Inviting you the opportunity to see how this feels, right? We walk on our feet every day, every moment. So it's nice to just bring a little bit more awareness to parts of our body that we use without oftentimes even thinking about it. All right, and then whenever you're ready, let's gently bring our hands back down to the mat, walking them forward. And then for the last time, we tap out our feet, loosening up those toes. All right, and then from where you are, gently bring your hips down to the ground. We'll shift into a seated position here. So if you want to grab a bolster as well, if you want to grab a cushion to put behind you, we'll just do some leg stretches. So keeping it here, sitting tall, legs extended in front of you. Let's inhale the arms up. Reach the arms up to the ceiling, and then wherever you are, let's exhale. Gentle forward fold here. So different variation, but also the same type of energy that you had when we were standing doing this pose, right? So your feet are flat, your spine is long, and you're just reaching in front of you, right? We're not curling our backs. Rather, we're trying to lengthen and then fold up the hips. So wherever you are, wherever your hands fall, be it your shins, your ankles, your feet, that's where they are, right? That's your practice. All right, we'll do it one more time. So let's inhale it up, relaxing the hands, inhale the arms up. And then exhale, forward fold and reach, right? So folding up the hips, using our hands to reach wherever they reach today. And noticing your shoulders, if they tend to scrunch up, let's just drop them down a little bit. Neck is soft, neck is long. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of that stretch in the legs, in the hamstrings that are getting open. All right, and when you are just coming out of it, sitting tall. Now let's hug in our right leg, our right knee. Let's hug that in here. Let's bring it out to the outside. And if this feels good, we can always just wrap our hand here, wrap our opposite arm, drop the arm, lengthen, and then do a gentle twist. If you want a little bit more, option to bend that bottom leg, sitting tall here, wrapping top arm here, and then dropping the left arm behind us. Just sit tall and then gently twist to open. All right, so wherever you are, keeping it here, gentle spinal twist here. And then exhale coming out. So bring the hands down just like we had it. Shifting to our hips so that we can bring the bottom leg out and straighten that out. And then let's bring that top leg down, lengthen that, and we'll do the same on the other side. So hugging in our right knee. Let's bring the right knee to the outside of the left leg. If this is where you are today, then that's great. We can always wrap that left arm around, plant that right hand down, and then twist. If you want a little bit more, again, let's lean over to our hips so that we can bend the left leg in and then set ourselves up for the twist here, right? So here we wrap the left arm around the right knee, bring the right arm back. Inhale, lengthen, sit tall, and then gently twist. So we open, gentle spine to the right side. So you're here, bring the right shoulder back. Assisting that twist, but really engaging your twist from your core, right? As you move your core, your upper body will follow it. And as this feels good, whenever you're ready, just coming out of it, right, so untwisting or untwisting the spine, bring the hands on one side as we straighten out the bottom leg, bringing the right leg back inside, and this time let's bring the bottoms of our feet to touch, opening it up for butterfly. So sitting here, sitting tall, wherever you are, maybe your feet are a little bit further out, that's fine too. Wherever it is, just put your hands wherever they feel okay to fall on your feet or on your legs. Let's inhale up our spine. And then whenever you're ready, we exhale forward, fold gently, right? So using your hands to maybe hold at the ankles, really gentle hold here, and then using your elbows as an opportunity to send your knees down just a little bit more. Keeping the neck soft, keeping the jaws relaxed. Folding forward here, just a little bit. Whenever you're ready, let's roll it back up. This time we'll hug the knees in. Let's scooch on down, and then we'll get onto our backs. Scooch on down, finding yourself on your mat. And first here, let's extend those arms, take a full body stretch. So let's bring the arms up overhead. Pedal out the feet. Just really find a nice back opening stretch here. Right. Once you've done that, let's bend at the elbows. Let's bring our hands, clasp them behind our neck to support the bottom of our head and the neck. And then let's bend our knees so that our feet are planted on the ground. We'll move into some gentle crunches here. So if you want, engage your core. And what we'll do is meet opposite elbow with opposite knees. So whenever you're ready, inhale coming up. So let's tap elbow to knee, coming back down, opposite side, elbow to knee. And then an opportunity here to engage your core as you're moving through. Right, if this feels okay for you, and you want just a little bit more of a challenge, an option is to just keep your feet off the ground, right? So we can extend the leg each time that the elbow is not touching it. So that's another variation too. So whichever variation you want to do, either feet on the ground or feet extended as you do your crunches. We'll do these together. Let's say we'll do 20 of these together, right? We can do this. So keeping the core engaged. right? And then noticing too, it's really your hands that are supporting your head, right? Your neck. There's no yanking of the neck. We're just using this as an opportunity to engage our core. Almost there, we're halfway there. You can do this. And then remember to breathe. Okay. Almost there. I think we're at 8. We can do this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice job, everyone. Gently coming on down. Bring your head rest on your mat. Feet coming down to the mat. You can keep your knees up and maybe just knock them or just bring them together. So open up your feet just a little bit wider so that your knees can come to touch. Take a moment here. Let's draw the shoulders down towards the ground. And keeping the arms where they are, we can actually, let's do some windshield wipers with the knees, right? So let's switch the knees side to side. Just opening up the hips just a little bit more. All right, and then bringing the knees back to neutral. So let's hug in the right knee as we prepare ourselves for pigeon pose. So with the right knee hugged in, let's bring the right ankle over to the left knee on top of the left knee. There's going to be a gap between your legs where we thread our hand through. We'll bring the left hand to the outside of your left leg and use that to hug in your left shin. So pigeon pose here, really gentle. You're feeling the stretch in your right hamstring, probably on this side, and the outside. Just really deep stretch here. And then just breathe it in, dropping the shoulders. Taking an exhale, maybe deepening that stretch. And then whenever you're ready, bringing the left foot back to the mat. We'll switch sides. Let's bring the right foot down first to the mat. Inhale in the left knee. Give yourself a nice little hug there. Then place the left knee on top of the left ankle on top of the right knee. We'll thread it through again with the right hand and the left hand meeting on top of the right shin. And then we'll just hug it in here. Right, gentle hamstring stretch here. Maybe you're feeling it deeper on this side than you did on the other. Reminder to keep your shoulders on the mat, helping to open your collarbones here. As you breathe in, inhale, maybe you can make some space where it's tight. And then as you exhale, an opportunity to deepen the stretch if that feels okay. And then whenever you're ready, we'll come out of this. So release the hands, bringing the right foot back on the mat. Let's uncross that left ankle, extend the left leg out, flat on the mat. And this time let's hug the right knee back in. Hug it into your chest, and we'll do spinal twist here. So with this one, let's extend our right arm out to the right side. We'll use our left hand to guide our right knee over to our left side. All right, so spinal twist, really soft spinal twist here. Your gaze is also, you're looking over at your right side. Notice your shoulders, keep them on the mat. And this also allows for not just in addition to a spinal twist, it helps open up your collarbone a little bit more as well. Soften the shoulders, soften the jaw. And whenever you're ready, let's come back to neutral. So bringing the right knee in, extend the right leg out, back on the mat, hug in the left knee. Nice hug here. And just like we did on the other side, we have our right hand on the left knee. Let's extend the left arm first out to the left side. Your eyes are going to be looking over at the left side past your left fingers, while your right hand helps to guide your left knee over to your right side. Right, so again, just gentle twist here. Shoulders on the ground. Eyes are looking past your left fingers. And then your jaw, your forehead is relaxed. And whenever you're ready, we come back to neutral. So bring the left knee up, and this time let's just hug both knees in, both right and left knees. Let's hug them in. Give ourselves a nice little hug, tight hug here. And then whenever you're ready, we'll just release, extend, coming down completely onto our mats, preparing ourselves for Savasana. If there are any final stretches that you want to do before that, you're welcome to do that as well. Otherwise, taking a soft scan, noticing how things feel now compared to when we started. And then as you're ready, right, scanning, relaxing your forehead, your eyes, your cheeks, your mouth, chin, throat. Relax the chest, the shoulders, relax the back, the ribs, relaxing your arms, your elbows, your wrists, your hands, fingers, and also relaxing your belly, relaxing the hips, the thighs, knees, calves, relaxing the ankles, your feet, your toes. Just completely relax. ever so gently. So just bring a little bit more awareness back to your breath. Maybe you start to deepen the inhale and let the exhale through the mouth. Maybe on the next inhale, breathing a little bit more, opening the chest, allowing it to move through the ribs, maybe the belly. And then exhale, moving through the belly, moving through the ribs, moving through the chest. And with the next breath, option to take a full breath in, full body stretch, full body awareness. Just taking that breath, and bring the hands and the arms overhead. Nice stretch again. Maybe this time it feels just a little bit different. Pedal out the feet, maybe squeeze the hands, squeeze your palms, maybe wiggle those fingers, whatever feels good for you. And then whenever you're ready, rolling over to your right side, taking a moment here, taking a pause, seeing how everything feels. And then whenever you're ready, invite you to first plant your hands on the ground in front of you. So that can also just be a little bit of support as you bring yourself back up to a nice seated position. Maybe bringing the feet in front of you, or maybe keeping them open, maybe bringing a cushion or blanket below, whatever feels all right for you. And then either keeping your eyes closed or keeping the gaze soft. Taking a moment here, check in with your breath, check in with yourself. We'll do 3 rounds of breath together. So first, let's inhale the arms up. Palms to touch overhead. Let's exhale, coming on down ever so gently, thumb to the chest. With this one, taking a moment here, giving yourself an opportunity to see what you're grateful for this week, right? Another breath in, let's inhale the arms up. Palms to touch again. Exhale, coming on down. And thumb grazing the chest. This one, taking a moment to either give an offering or make a request for what you need, right? So maybe offering, just positive vibes, right? Just sending it out there to the universe. Or maybe if you need a little bit of support, using this as an opportunity to maybe ask for that and, hope the universe hears us out. But whatever you need or whatever you want to give, taking a moment to do that. And then with the next inhale, let's bring the arms once more. Extend those arms up, straight overhead. Breathing tall, palms touch. Exhale, coming on down. And this time when the thumbs meet the chest, tilting our chin just a little bit inwards, closer to the chest. Taking a moment here to give ourselves our appreciation for our practice, for making times for ourselves, for making time for each other, and for knowing that we have a community here together. So with that, thank you so much for letting me share in your practice today. May the light in me see the light in you. Namaste. Whoops.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Sorry again to be late. I was in another room. You all were in this one. My apologies. I will make sure to be in the same room as you all next week. But yeah, have a wonderful Friday afternoon or Friday. Have a good weekend. Take care. Stay healthy. And as it starts to warm up, just stay hydrated.
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh yes, happy
Mother's
Mother's Day
Day.
to everyone as well. Yeah, enjoy the weekend. Absolutely.
Okay.
Mother's Day. All right. Thanks, everyone. And I'll see you all next week.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.